Hypixel Skyblock is a game inside a server inside a game where your main objective is to spend hundreds of hours increasing a number. Welcome to the complete Hypixel Skyblock beginner guide where I'll be teaching you the basics of Hypixel Skyblock as well as running you through on how you can start your official Skyblock journey. Now first off, what is Hypixel Skyblock? Hypixel Skyblock is an MMORPG style minigame inside of Minecraft's biggest server called Hypixel. Now for most players that step their foot into the game, they get immediately bombarded with a whole new line of information. Like, what do you mean I'm supposed to blindlessly wander off into the game with no guide or any help whatsoever? Well, I got you. In Hypixel Skyblock, there's 10 types of skills ranging from gathering gameplay to more boring skills like enchanting and alchemy. And to start off this guide, I'm gonna go over the 3 main skills you should focus on right away. Chapter 1, Gathering Skills. When you join Skyblock, you spawn on your very own private island, and all I gotta say is you're gonna spend at max 3% of your time there. Now the first thing everyone does is build a bridge to the hub portal, but you can also just do /hub. After entering the hub, you want to immediately make your way to the wheat farm to unlock farming 10. Also, make sure to head over to the farm merchant to purchase a rookie hoe for 10 coins, and it also requires farming level 1. Now the reason you want to go specifically for farming level 10 is so you can unlock Jacob contests, which are farming related competitions that happen every 15th minute of an hour or every 3 Skyblock days. After reaching farming 10, you want to make your way towards the mushroom desert, which you can do by walking into these portals, and this takes us into our next skill, which is mining. Now the reason we want to be on a farming island to start out with mining is because to start out with mining you need mining level 12 to enter an island called the Dwarven Mines. The fastest way to get mining 12 is by breaking sand in the mushroom desert. All you'll need is a golden shovel, which you can get by talking to the mine merchant and purchasing 1 gold, and then heading over to the lumber merchant to buy sticks. You will also need to get efficiency 2, which you can get at the librarian located near the mine merchant we just talked to. After that, make your way to the mushroom desert and get to mining. After reaching mining 12, head over to the deep caverns where you will need to talk to the lift operator and then head down until you reach the obsidian sanctuary. There you will meet an NPC called Rise who is going to ask you for 15 of an enchanted ore to unlock the Dwarven Mines. I recommend lapis or redstone, but you can give him any of the ores, just make sure they're enchanted. After obtaining the required materials, interact with Rise, and there you have officially unlocked the Dwarven Mines. Now I'm not gonna go too in depth into mining because I already made a guide on mining progression that you should definitely watch if you want to learn the early stages of mining, but that moves us into the next skill on the list, which is foraging. For foraging, all you need to start is a golden axe with efficiency 5, and make sure you're playing on 1.21.5, and then head over to the forest area near the bartender and graveyard where you'll need to talk to the lumberjack. By interacting with a lumberjack, he will ask you for a few favors which you can complete by following his dialogue. After completing the lumberjack's quest, head over to the park where you will meet an NPC called Charlie. Charlie is going to ask for 64 birch logs, which you can get by simply mining the birch trees scattered around you. After completing his quest, you will be rewarded with a travel scroll to the park, which comes in handy as you can instantly teleport to the park by doing /park. After completing this quest, head over to the jump pad to the spruce area, and then you'll need to talk to another NPC called Kelly. Kelly is going to ask for some spruce wood, which you already know how to do. After completing Kelly's quest, head over to the dark thicket and follow this path where you need to sneak up by holding shift and interacting with an NPC called Ryan. For this quest, you will need to step on the campfire next to him for 10 seconds, and I highly recommend mushroom armor with growth 5 and the titanic reforge for extra HP. Step onto the campfire and complete the quest for the campfire badge talisman. Next up, head over to the acacia area where you meet an NPC called Melody who's gonna ask for 512 acacia wood to fix your broken harp. After that, head over to the jungle area to talk to an NPC called Molebird. This quest requires a bit of going back and forth from the jungle to acacia area, but after a few tries you will complete this quest and therefore be done with the park quest line. Now the island after this is called the Galatea, which is the main foraging island, but for this you will need foraging 12, which I recommend getting by doing as many trees as you can in the park for the collection levels. Chapter 2, Combat and Fishing. Combat, in my opinion, is more of a passive skills, and what I mean by that is you shouldn't really focus on doing combat, but instead it's something that you level up whenever you need to do combat related tasks. To start out with combat, you'll need a few things. Head over to the weaponsmith in the hub and purchase an undead sword, and if you've already done the foraging questline, you should already have mushroom armor equipped. After acquiring this set of gear, head over to the graveyard to slay some zombies. Now, early game combat is a bit weird, reason reason being is you need combat 12 to unlock the end island, and the only thing you should be doing to obtain that level is killing glacial walkers in the dwarven mine. Now you're probably wondering why you would go into a mining island to gain combat XP, but that's because glacial walkers give a base combat XP of 40 per kill, which is significantly more than a 6 base you get for killing a graveyard zombie. So all you gotta do is slay a few hundred glacial walkers and you'll hit combat 12 with ease. Next up, we have fishing. Fishing is exactly what you think it is, essentially vanilla fishing, but it gives you skill XP and some dopamine. To start with fishing, head over to the wilderness area and head over to the fishing outpost and talk to the fish merchant to purchase yourself a basic fishing rod as well as the angler armor and equipment. Then to start fishing, head over to either the lake located near the fishing outpost or go to the birch area in the park and fish during an active rain timer. Rain timers allows night squids to spawn naturally, which give a whopping 270 base fishing experience. Chapter 3, Enchanting and Alchemy. Enchanting is objectively the easiest skill in Hypixel Skyblock. To start, head over to the hub and talk to the librarian and purchase enchantment bottles. Then enchant something like your undead sword or mushroom armor. I highly recommend just enchanting your undead sword, as you will be using that during your way to combat 12. And when you reach enchanting 10, that's when you actually start gaining XP. Grinding enchanting XP is done by doing a daily task inside the experimentation table, and to craft it you'll need 1 enchantment bottle as well as 8 oak logs. The beginning of the daily minigame is pretty slow, as you can only do 3 per day, but once you start gaining enchanting XP you will unlock additional minigames which give you a fair bit of enchanting XP. You can also gain extra clicks depending on the milestone you reach, and for 3 extra clicks you will need 12 clicks in the chronometron add-on, and in the ultra sequencer add-on you will need 9 total clicks. Make sure you're doing your experiments every single day. And for the next skill we have alchemy. Alchemy is quite literally the most boring skill in Hypixel Skyblock, as you will need to unironically place down brewing stands, fill a water bottle and put netherwort to make awkward potions, and then you will need to put either enchanted sugarcane or enchanted gold blocks to obtain alchemy 50. Chapter 4, Taming and Carpentry. Carpentry and Taming are passive skills in Hypixel Skyblock, and Taming works where every time you have a pet equipped you will gain Taming XP whenever you gain skill XP. Carpentry XP you will gain by crafting items, and the easiest way to get carpentry XP fast is to craft ores into the enchanted variant. To make this grind easier, make sure you unlock quick crafting, which you can do by talking to the carpenter in the hub and giving him 64 wool. Chapter 5, Miscellaneous. There's a few NPCs you want to talk to when starting out in Hypixel Skyblock, and when joining the hub, head over to the water fountain and talk to an NPC called Jamie. Jamie has an item called the rogue sword, and what it does is essentially every 20 seconds you cast an ability that increases your speed by 100. Another thing about Skyblock is that there's a leveling system, and every 100 Skyblock XP you gain 1 level. Why is this important? Well, the first 12 levels unlock brand new gameplay features, and the main thing you should work on getting as fast as possible is a feature called the Bazaar. The Bazaar in Skyblock is similar to our real life Bazaar where you can find all types of items and materials, but the Bazaar in Skyblock is going to follow on with you during your Skyblock journey. Inside the Bazaar you can buy things ranging from farming crops all the way to important upgrades for things like the Hyperion. Another thing that is really important in Skyblock is called magical power. Magical power is gained from talismans, which are accessories you gather during your Skyblock journey, and the first few talismans you should get are the following. The farming talisman requires a wheat collection 4 as well as 4 seeds and 40 wheat. And then next up we have some talismans for the adventurer NPC located in the Bazaar alley next to the lumber merchant. These talismans are only a small margin of the many you will need, but that should definitely help you get started. Now, what does magical power even do? Well, magical power is a scaling system that for every magical power you have, you gain a stat increase with a thing called power stone. First, talk to the thaumaturgist located near the alchemist hut, then follow his dialogue and select a power stone of your choice. Now, power stones are different in what stat they give you, but the main thing you will need during early game is strength and crit damage. So I recommend choosing the warrior power, but you can choose whatever you like. Well, there you have it. Congrats on finishing the Hypixel Skyblock beginner guide. My name is Glazen. I hope you all enjoyed. Quick little message before you leave. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, as well as comment if you ended up learning anything new. But with that being said, take care and I'll see you guys in the next one.